Welcome everyone. So today we will discuss about effect of change of pressure. Last time we were discussing about effect of change of temperature. Although that topic is not over, but here we are only uh, discussing a very basic thing in these two topics. You can consider it as an introduction of these two topics. So in effect of change of temperature, we discussed that how effect of change of temperature it can bring about the change in state of matter. And we also took one very common example, which is water. So what happens when we are increasing temperature? So water, it is changing into steam, which is gaseous state at 100 degrees Celsius, and when we are decreasing temperature, water is changing into ice at 0 degrees Celsius, which is solid state. That means here we can relate this, that when we are increasing or decreasing temperature, the liquid state it is changing into gaseous state, or liquid state it is changing into solid state. So actually what happens when we are changing temperature? What happens to the particle of the matter? So what happens here? You know that temperature it is related with kinetic energy. When we are, or you can say that temperature it is directly proportional to kinetic energy. That means when you are increasing temperature, then kinetic energy of particles it is increasing. When you are decreasing temperature, then kinetic energy of particle it is decreasing. So when we are taking water as an example, when we are increasing temperature, then kinetic energy of particle it is increasing. That means particles it will start moving with much greater speed. That means it is having high kinetic energy, and that is how it is converting into steam. And we have discussed this in solid state, if you can recall it, that in case, sorry, that we have discussed in gaseous state, if you can recall it, that in case of gaseous state, the particles they have very high kinetic energy. Now what happens when we are decreasing temperature? When we are decreasing temperature, kinetic energy of particle it is also decreasing. That means now the particle it is moving with much slower speed, and this is the property or the characteristic property of solid state, that in case of solid state particles they are having very low kinetic energy. That means they are moving with very slow speed. So by changing temperature we can see that we can change the state of matter. Now the second one, or the second factor, is the effect of change of pressure. That means how pressure it is, pressure can also bring the change in the state of matter. So that we are going to discuss. It is given here. We have already learned that the difference in various states of matter is due to the difference in the distances between the constituent particles. What will happen when we start putting pressure and compressor gas enclosed in a cylinder? Will the particles come closer? Do you think that increasing or decreasing the pressure can change the state of matter? So here you can see this figure 1.8. In this figure it is showing that what will happen to the particles when you are applying pressure on it. When you are applying pressure, you can see that the particles it will start coming closer. When it will start coming closer, then the interparticle space it will decrease. That means the space which is there between the particle it will decrease on increasing pressure. So when the interparticle space will decrease, then definitely the interparticle force of attraction will increase, because force of attraction it is inversely proportional to distance between the particles. So that is why on applying pressure, two things are changing. First one is interparticle space is decreasing. That means particles they are coming closer. Second thing, as the particles they are coming closer, so the force of attraction between the particles it will increase. And if you remember that when we were discussing about the three states of matter, we discussed about these two factors. In case of solid state, interparticle force of attraction is very high and interparticle space is very less. In case of liquid state, interparticle force of attraction is in between of solid and gaseous state, and interparticle space it is also more than solid state and less than gaseous state. Whereas in case of gaseous state, we found that as the particles, they are very far from each other, so interparticle space between the particles, it is very high, and interparticle force of attraction is very very weak. That means these two factors, interparticle space and interparticle force of attraction, it is determining the state of matter. So when we are changing pressure, then definitely we can also, or the it can also bring about the change in the state of matter. So here, that is why it is given, applying pressure and reducing temperature can liquefy gases. How? It is because when you are applying pressure, the particles, they are coming closer, and when you are reducing temperature, then the kinetic energy of particle, it is also decreasing. So all these things, it is coming in the category of liquid state. That means it will come in the category of liquid state as the interparticle force of attraction will increase, interparticle space will decrease, and kinetic energy, it will also become less as it was in gaseous state. So these two factors are very important. Now the next thing, which is related with carbon dioxide, it is very important. Have you heard of solid carbon dioxide? It is stored under high pressure. Solid carbon dioxide gets converted directly to gaseous state on decrease of pressure to 1 atmosphere without coming into liquid state. This is the reason that solid carbon dioxide is also known as dry ice. So here actually it is saying something related with sublimation. If you have studied this, it's okay, but again we will discuss this. And sublimation, it is a very important topic here. What actually happens in sublimation? In sublimation, solid state is directly changing into gaseous state without undergoing liquid state. That means they are skipping liquid state. If you to understand this, let us take the example of normal ice. When you are taking normal ice from your freezer and you are just increasing the temperature, you will find at first that ice, it will change into water, and then if you are increasing more temperature, then at 100 degrees Celsius it will change into steam. That means ice, it is getting converted first into water, which is liquid state, and then to gaseous state. But here there are certain substances, like here in this first is given as the dry ice, which is solid carbon dioxide, or you can say frozen carbon dioxide. So if you are having solid carbon dioxide, and if you will increase the temperature, you will find that it is not changing into liquid state, it will directly change into gaseous state. There are many others, this kind of substances which is showing sublimation. The common ones are camphor and naphthalene balls. So you must be knowing about these two substances. The other chemical substances are also there, which is ammonium chloride as well as iodine. These two, they are also sublimable in nature. That means they are directly changing from solid state to gaseous state. But the most important, although you have to learn all these examples, but the most important one is the dry ice, which is solid carbon dioxide. So what happens when you are having solid carbon dioxide? It is directly changing into gaseous carbon dioxide. So this you have to remember, and please don't get confused between between this dry ice and the normal ice. Generally we are not saying normal ice, we are only saying ice. So in that the formula is H2O, whereas the formula of dry ice is CO2. And here you can also see in figure 1.9, it is given about the interconversion of three states of matter. In that you can see that how sublimation or the transition it is showing between solid and gaseous, which is said to be sublimation. Thus we can say that pressure and temperature determine the state of a substance, whether it will be solid, liquid or gas. So this is important topic. In pressure nothing much is given. Although we have discussed everything, we will discuss it once again after completing the topic of effect of change of temperature. But you should know about sublimation. Sublimation topic we have discussed here, so that you should be able to know, and especially you have to learn about the examples which we have discussed here for sublimation or for sublimable substances. So that is all for today, and next time we will again start with the effect of change of temperature. Thank you.